Planning a birthday party for our kids should be a fun event. Should. But if you are short on time, funds, or just plain creativity like I am, stress no more, because Libby Wursler Crouch and Penny Barlow Liston from Libby and Penny Creations have the solutions all for our next celebrations. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and lady. All right, let me ask you, between the two of you, you've hosted dozens and dozens of birthday parties. Why do you think we parents get so nervous and uptight about parties?
Well, one of the reasons is all of a sudden a parent realizes, I've been to a bunch of birthday parties, I know what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden they realize when they were at the birthday party, they were a kid. And they weren't really aware of what was really going on and how much work it was. And all of a sudden, what you thought was going to be a breeze, you suddenly realize as it gets closer, you're panicked. So that's why we kind of decided there needed to be a reference book put together to help people. Because it really is hard.
We parents need help. Now, Penny, what are some of the things that we should keep in mind when we're planning these parties?
One of the big things is to keep it simple. Like have nice little balloons instead of worrying about having huge amounts of decorations, because then you can spend your time planning and organizing.
And you know, the decorations are important. I like it. Keep it simple with the balloons, but you also want it to be fun. Libby, what are some of the things that we should do to kind of get the kids' attention and keep it?
Well, one of the things is have your child help you actually make the invitation. And so we have an example over here of having the child end up making helping you with the invitation, and then you could put it inside a little box, and if the child's old enough, they can do the origami box.
And
then they can do it, and then they can hand deliver the gift.
And that's a cookie with a little invitation on the back.
Yes.
That's darling.
And then if it turns out, same idea, you can still redo it. And if they're a little bit older children, they can do the origami box as a beginning activity, and then it's their goodie bag to take home.
And what about the games? When it comes to games, what should we keep in mind for the kids?
Lots of high energy games so that the kids can play because they're excited to be there. And then we have lots of low energy games that, when you want it calm, when the parents come, and you want it not to be so chaotic.
Okay, when we devise this party plan of ours, what do we need to keep in mind? Because I think, like any event, whether it's a wedding, the flow has to be correct. What do we need to keep, like, when it comes to timing? Like, I always feel like at the end, I'm like scrambling for time because
well, we have a party plan that we're going to make available for you, and it helps you understand that you start with a beginning activity, so the parent and the child are at the door greeting the guests, and then you have an activity that's open-ended. That means you can start it, and it doesn't have to get finished at a certain time, such as beading, something like that, or
decorating a goodie bag, or just some free activity.
Then the parent ends up gathering all the children together once they're all there, kind of introduces themselves and whoever else is going to be helping, and then they kind of give the children the objective of what's going to take place at the party, so everybody's on the same page.
Now, how do you guys feel about opening gifts at a party?
Oh,
when do you and when don't you? Like a smaller party, what would you advise?
Well, we really feel it's kind of like a good thing for kids to learn how to accept a gift from another child.
That's a good point.
And instead of worrying about it being something that is the gift, we're more focused on thanking the person.
So you're thanking the person for bringing the gift rather than thanking them for the gift.
That's right.
And so the child practices that concept that you're being thankful that the child came to your party and that you're thankful for the fact that they gave you something.
And along with what you said, meeting them, having the child meeting their guests at the door, I mean, these are life lessons that can be learned during this whole process.
Exactly
it's amazing to find out how many life skills are taught at a birthday party. It is amazing, everything from greeting your guests, being thankful, knowing how to make them feel comfortable at a party. When your child knows what's going to take place at the party, they do pre-planning. In other words, you do the activities
kind of prep
and games,
them,
and so then they can be a great helper at the party. In other words, if somebody's having a hard time with the craft, your child's already done it once because they practiced with you before the party, and then they can help their buddies, which helps raise their self-esteem and makes them feel good, and everybody at the party feel good too.
A lot of great tips. Ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And of course, you made it real easy for us parents. You put it in a book, which I can't go wrong with that. I'll be picking one up. And of course, for more information on birthday party planning from Libby and Penny, just go to our website, azfamily.com, or of course, call our hotline. So Lisa, we have the birthday parties all wrapped up. Now I know you're with